We begin tonight with a live look over downtown Lansing, where members of the City Council are calling for more transparency when it comes to federal immigration enforcement. Good evening. I'm David Andrews.
And I'm Seth Wells. Council members unanimously passed a resolution supporting several bills at the state capitol related to how Immigration and Customs Enforcement conducts its operations. News 10's Riley Connell tells us more.
Federal officers are ramping up immigration efforts nationwide, but here in mid-Michigan, local officials say people are growing concerned about their own safety and the safety of their migrant neighbors.
There have been a few local instances where community members had suspected that, potentially ICE would be in the area or the region, and that really stokes fears amongst, residents for a lot of different reasons.
That's why Lansing City Council member Trini Pellivanoglu sponsored a resolution in support of 3 state Senate bills outlining changes to the way federal immigration officers interact with people in Michigan. Those include prohibiting them from wearing masks or clothing that makes them difficult to quickly identify. That has been a major criticism of ICE operations nationwide. But Republican Senate Minority Leader Eric Nesbitt says he opposes restrictions on immigration officers.
We're allowing local law enforcement to work with state law enforcement, to work with federal law enforcement, to enforce the law, uphold the rule of law, and to make sure we have criminal illegal aliens that are deported out of this country.
Council members say their resolution sends a message to people in Lansing that they support their safety and positive relationships between the community and all police agencies.
Our immigrant population certainly strengthens the city, and it brings a richness to it. And I'm happy to support, this legislation that supports safety for all of us.
In Lansing, Riley Connell, News 10.
All 3 of those Senate bills have been handed over to the Committee on Civil Rights, Judiciary and Public Safety. The Lansing City Council says it will send its resolution to that committee.